I'm absolutely pumped to be here at the Beijing Motor Show, and the first car that I want to come and have a look at is the new Aura 5. So this was recently introduced in Australia at the Motor Show, and it is so amazing to see it in this trim and so many other colours and options available at the moment. Unfortunately, in Australia, we're not going to introduce this absolutely amazing trim, but I love the way that GWM have dressed up the Aura in different ways for the Beijing Motor Show. We're introducing it to Australia with a battery electric powertrain. However, I've noticed that on the stands there are other powertrains available. It's something that we're always looking at to see what the customer demand looks like in the Australian market. But I think as our flagship Aura brand, battery electric is what we want to lead with and start on our front foot and introduce into the market to build on the existing electrified Aura brand. So this is the WEY G9 people mover, luxury people mover, and at the moment I understand it's available in two powertrains, that's hybrid and plug-in hybrid, and I think it's got some serious power in those numbers. So this exterior definitely speaks to luxury. You can see the chrome accents around the front grille. Got that nice chrome strip running along the bottom, as well as this nice bold WEY grille. We've got a nice tan interior, and I quite like this accent that's finishing the cluster. Oh my gosh, this is actually fascinating. Come and have a look in on the screen. The actual capability of the camera to capture all the people around the vehicle is actually extremely impressive. Yeah, how good. Okay, we'll jump into it. Look, this is whether you're in the first, second or third row, this is the absolute pinnacle of luxury. As you can see, we've got three complete screens here. We've got the driver's cluster as well as the infotainment. But if you have a look in the back, you'll be able to see that sort of level of comfort that the passengers are able to appreciate when they're being driven around in this type of vehicle. As I mentioned, this is currently available as a hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrain. We're studying the opportunity in the market for both Australia and New Zealand to truly understand whether the customer needs demand one, the other, or both. And I think we would definitely like to see this introduced towards the end of the year. I'm standing in front of the V9X, which is a six-seater premium SUV, and I think this would look absolutely amazing in the Australian market. I can't say that we've got anything promised to us yet, but this is a car that we'll definitely study the opportunity for in the market. So a quick glance at this, I am absolutely loving the comfort that I'm experiencing in the car at the moment. I can flick on my massaging seats and enjoy a bit of that relaxed premium feel in this car. We've got wireless phone chargers in the door cards as well. And we've got a nice little stowaway table that makes me feel like I'm traveling in first class comfort. It looks a little bit weird, but yeah, I don't know, it's pretty awesome to see the massaging seats in play at the moment. I really like this white leather trim, although how it will go in the Australian market, I'm not too sure. Maybe we'd have to look to introduce in a black leather. So this is a three-row SUV, and it's a six-seater. The reason why it's six-seater is so we can have these captain's chairs in the middle, and you can also see this beautifully equipped back row. This is just an example of some of the creature comforts you'd like to see in a premium brand such as WEY. This is a beautiful screen, I'm guessing maybe 18-inch, and it's nice to have the little controls in front here, so when you're relaxing in the back, you have the opportunity to control with ease. It's great to see the actual massive size of this boot with the seats folded down, and it's also a nice comfort the fact that the seats fold flat as opposed to some of the other seats I've seen in the other larger SUV models. Being a plug-in hybrid, sometimes you have elevated seats, but that's not the case here, and you have zero compromise on boot space. This is currently available as a plug-in hybrid. I'm definitely going to study the opportunity that we have for the Australian market. I'm super excited to show off the H7 Plus. So at the moment, we have a current gen H7 available in Australia, and I think the next evolution, we can see us leaning, as mentioned before, a little more into that boxy, kind of tough, brutish design. There is a H7 and then a longer wheelbase H7 Plus available in the future. The one that's on display at the moment is that longer wheelbase H7 Plus, available as a 5 and 7-seater car. I absolutely love how they've dressed it up. The black accents across the bonnet, as well as the yellow that's really making it pop. This is definitely not a colour combo that we'll see available in Australia, but if we're able to bring it to market, I'm sure there might be some enthusiasts that are definitely trying to replicate this look, because I absolutely love it. I really love the front of this updated H7. The Haval in the light bar at the front I think is a really nice touch, as well as the evolution of the circular lights in the previous gen to the squared off version that we can see here at the moment. It's got a nice strong bash plate at the front, which adds to that muscular, brutish look that the vehicle is going to offer. And I really like this little grille that we have running through the front. It's quite a clean looking exterior. Aside from being in the left-hand drive, it's otherwise a really familiar feel to the current generation. You have a similar control layout, have that nice large screen, and you've got some cute little yellow accents that are a nod to the exterior colour of the vehicle. I really, really like it. It looks to me like the infotainment system has a couple of nice upgrades that we've got here. From what I can see in the dash, we've got tyre pressure monitor, we've got pitch and roll controls, as well as a nice ergonomic layout for the customer who's taking this vehicle both off and on road. As you can see, this is the new Coffee OS, that's operating system, which gives it a little more consistency across the wider GWM portfolio. I love some of the things that you can call out and see here: tyre pressure, pitch and roll angle, as well as a nice speed cluster on the left-hand side. I think it's a really good-looking infotainment system, and I'm excited to hopefully drive it in Australia. So I just wanted to quickly show off some of the other colours that are available on the H7 Plus here at the Beijing Auto Show. If we were able to introduce it into Australia, this is also a colour that would definitely be on the request list. So this is just another example of GWM's offering customers endless choice. We have a completely different front on this vehicle, and we're giving it a highly modified look with these updated wheels, updated canopy, and little ladder on the side. I think it's a really good looking car, and I love the fact that customers are able to accessorise the way they want to see the vehicle. So behind me is another exciting addition to the Haval brand on display today. That is the Haval H9, which some of our older customers might be familiar with that nameplate. It's something that I think is quite an impressive looking car, quite a strong presence, and we could definitely consider introducing into the Australian market if the demand was there. Something I love about the H9 is the fold out step, as you can see. I'm also quite a big fan of the red leather interior. It doesn't capture everyone's eye. Similar to the H7 that we looked at previously, this also has the Coffee OS operating system and quite a familiar wheel layout to the other generation Havals. This absolute beast behind me is a Tank 700, available in what looks like a forest green colour. This looks like an absolute monster. From my understanding, it's available in both a Hi 4Z and a Hi 4T platform. And if the Tank 500 platform is anything we can look at to understand some of the performance, we're looking at a car that's possibly in excess of 600 kilowatts, which to me is some seriously impressive performance. The design of the Tank 700 is inspired by the mythical Qilin creature, which is something that we can see and hear about in Chinese mythology. And it embodies this kind of Eastern design, which is a new type of design language that we're seeing coming out of GWM. And for me, I really love it. If we have a walk around the side, you'll be able to see quite a strong profile, but some really beautiful accents and some beautiful body lines throughout the length of the vehicle. So paired with that really beautiful exterior is actually quite a stunning interior as well. I really like the smooth dash with a clean floating screen, as well as quite a large cluster in front of the driver. You've got a load of creature comforts here. As I'm talking, I've got the massaging seats running up and down my back. It looks like if I open this up, I've got a cool box in the center, which is not a traditional cool box, an actual fridge. I'm putting my hand in and it's absolutely freezing. And we can feel that high-end finish as well. We've got these silver accents, as well as this digital clock that doubles up as a start-stop button. I absolutely love it, and I think if we have the opportunity to introduce it into Australia as a right-hand drive, we would see some really serious demand come out for this vehicle.